Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Pisces for 2012. And this also applies if you have a Pisces ascendant. So it's that year. It's finally come round. All the things that have been prophesied, I'm not surprised there's a lot because the stars astrologically are changing. Some big things happening this year. 3 big planets changing sign, including your ruler, Neptune, coming into your sign. Jupiter, Saturn changing sign. We've got Venus going retrograde, ruling your love and your finances. We've got Mars going retrograde, which rules your passion, your energy, your actions, your ability to achieve. So much happening, and also you're a mutable sign, and the mutable signs are particularly affected because so many of these planets are moving into mutable signs. So you will need to be extra adaptable. Really extra adaptable and ready to change plans and things at short notice. So you are able to do it, Pisces. I've got confidence in you, but just remember those words as and when things may just suddenly go out of control and a lot of change happens. But it could be still a very exciting year ahead nonetheless. So let's start out with Mars. Mars goes retrograde on January the 24th until April the 14th, and it's retrograde in the 7th house, your house of relationships. Now, wherever Mars goes retrograde is where it slows down the affairs of that house. So I would anticipate that your social life may well slow down during this time. And you're also going to get an opportunity to reevaluate all the relationships in your life. What are you putting your energy into? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling resentful? Are you feeling unappreciated? Are you giving too much? What are you wanting to achieve in your relationships? This is very much about it. And are you expressing your passion in your relationships? So during this retrograde, it's a very key time for you to really think about the energy that you're putting into your relationships, and are you seeing the kinds of results that you want to see? And if not, why not? And what do you need to change? Those are the things to be reflecting and thinking about during the retrograde. When it goes direct on April 14th, then is when you take your actions, and not before that. We've also got Neptune, as I mentioned, your ruler, changing into Pisces on February the 4th, where it stays in Pisces, your sign, until 2025. So a long, long transit, but a long transit in your first house, Pisceans. So this is going to make you more idealistic, if that's possible. It's going to bring out your compassion for others. You might have to take care of somebody that you love. You're going to have to be careful that you don't allow people to become dependent on you, or vice versa, for you to become dependent on them. And it will just be a great time for your imagination to run free, your fantasy world to run free, and for you to find ways of really putting this into your life, of maybe making a career out of it. You are extremely creative by nature, Pisceans, but it needs to be grounded, it needs to be centered. It's also going to be a time in which you'll have a certain magnetism to you, the ability to draw people to you if you want to. Just make sure you're drawing the right people who are not draining you. That's going to be the important key thing. But you will possibly want to get more involved with helping others, with social services, with anything that involves that kind of service to others on that very spiritual level. That's right up your street, Pisces. We've got Venus, the ruler of love and money, going retrograde on May the 15th until June the 27th in your 4th house. So this could certainly bring somebody from the past back into your life. It could bring up a reconciliation for you if you've had some issues with somebody in your family or a close friend or a close person to you. There could be a reconciliation during this time. It's not a good time to spend a lot of money on your home, but it is a good time to pick up bargains for the home, because during Venus retrograde, people don't always know the value of things, and especially maybe on eBay or buying an antique or going to a flea market, you might well pick up something really nice that's worth quite a bit more money than what you have to pay for it during the retrograde. So that is one good thing about it. It's also a time for, not a good time for investing or starting new financial activity, and also not a good time for starting a new relationship. If you do meet somebody during this time, it will be a time to go slowly and really see, because you might not really be so attracted to this person once Venus goes direct after June the 27th. However, it is a good time as well for just beautifying up your house and making your surroundings just very comforting for you. This feeling of comfort around you during this Venus retrograde, and you're probably going to be able to do it very inexpensively during the retrograde. So really enjoy that. Try to sort out any outstanding relationship or financial issues during the retrograde, so that when it goes direct, you're free to move it forward in the areas of love and money in your life. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, is in your 3rd house until June the 12th. So good time for learning, good time for communicating, for networking, for meeting up with people around you, for expanding your social circle in one way or another. And a good time potentially for selling something, selling a lot of something. Jupiter always means a lot of things. Then after the 12th, it moves into your 4th house, where it stays until June of 2013. This is going to mean a possible move, maybe even more than one move for you with Jupiter in that 4th house. But certainly maybe a move overseas, somewhere quite far. Jupiter can take you far. You may learn some new things with respect to your family, the people close to you. You may extend your family in one way or another, and you may also decide to work from home. And if you do work from home, that business could really grow. Just make sure that you don't allow it to grow too quickly and then it gets out of control. The issue with Jupiter is sometimes it gets over enthusiastic, and then it has to have a dose of reality brought to it. But certainly a good time for potential success in your career, in having a career and a business from your home for the last 6 months of this year. Then we've got Saturn. Saturn being in your 8th house. It's there until October the 5th of this year. So there have been possibly some constraints as far as finances have been concerned, and possibly joint finances, financial ventures. You've had to get very serious about debt if you have any, or about any kind of joint situations. You maybe have to cut your losses, get rid of investments, get rid of something maybe at a loss in order to be free to move on. And certainly you're having to look at your values as far as material things are concerned, and what is important to you and what isn't. And maybe there are things that you can just get rid of so that you don't have to work quite so hard. Saturn moves into your 9th house after October the 5th, and it's there until October of 2015. This is going to be a time when you could be in fact approaching a peak of your life. Journeys for work or for learning will be very well aspected during this time. And also your higher consciousness is going to be stimulated, and this whole area of metaphysics and spirituality, if you ever wanted to turn that into a career, because Pisceans, you are naturally psychic and intuitive anyway, but you could make it into a practical money-making business while Saturn transits that 9th house for you over these next few years. So, a lot happening for you. The Neptune into your house, making you attractive and charming, the possible move for you, relationship changes and re-evaluation, and possible travel and work. So, much happening this year. I wish you a great year, and you might want to have a reading about what 2012 has in store for you and your chart, and how you can make best use of the energies. You might want to ask me a question about what 2012 has in store for you, and I'll answer you in an email of up to 150 words. That's a $25 question. Whatever it is, I'd be delighted to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.